The road up to Mount Halgord in northern Iraq is dangerous. These are Iranian Kurdish fighters known as Komala, who have been battling Iran's government. Here they get tactical and attack instructions. Their last drills were conducted a few kilometers away from Iran's army positions before they pulled out in response to a recent security agreement between Iran and Iraq. Their commander is Amjad Banahi, who's one of Iran's most wanted men. He says two of his brothers were executed for affiliation with the Kurdish armed group. Iran has set September 19th a deadline for them to lay down their weapons.
We will not lay down our weapons. We are temporarily repositioning away from the border. We do not want war, but since Iran declared war against us in 1979, we have had to take up arms to defend ourselves and our people.
Komala is among 7 anti-Iran groups which have been operating in Iraq's semi-autonomous Kurdish region for nearly 40 years. There are concerns as to why the Kurdish regional government allows these fighters and their camps in its territory, while it insists it's looking for a peaceful solution. Iran has repeatedly bombed the fighters' locations, saying those sites were being used to launch attacks against it. These fighters say they want Iran to become a secular multi-ethnic country that guarantees the rights of both Kurds and Iranians equally. But Iran accuses them of being separatists seeking to undermine national unity and fueling last year's mass demonstrations. It's been 1 year since the death of Mahsa Amini, a young Iranian Kurdish woman who died in police custody and sparked a nationwide unrest.
We've supported the demonstrations politically, and that's our legitimate right. But Iranian security forces have killed many of our people and put many others in jail for allegedly fomenting violence.
But on top of that, Iran accuses them of being manipulated by Israel to carry out attacks inside Iran, including assassinations and those that target its nuclear facilities.
Israel is certainly backing these groups with training and advanced equipment which they used against our military and sensitive facilities. This has been also admitted by their operatives who were sent and directed by Israel to incite armed insurgency, sabotage of state facilities, and to murder our security individuals. We captured them even during last year's demonstrations, and we have clear evidence.
Many of these fighters claimed they fled from Iran, walking and hiding from the Iranian army for days before joining these training camps. Iraqi officials with the central government in Baghdad insist their lands cannot be used to launch attacks against their neighbors.
Our border guard forces have been deployed in coordination with the regional Kurdish administration to prevent infiltration and attacks inside Iran. A security committee has been formed to relocate their camps away from the border.
The Iranian Kurdish fighters say they're abandoning their locations in order not to give Iran a reason to launch more attacks inside Iraq, but not their weapons, which they believe are the only guarantor for their safety. And that could put Iraqi officials, both in Baghdad and in the northern Kurdish region, at odds with Iran. Mahmoud Abdelwahed, Al Jazeera, at Mount Halgord, near Iraq's border with Iran.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.